life is short. I so yeah, what that means to me is that we I mean, I actually don't, it feels like things do get longer or shorter, right? Like as you get older, it feels like things are like time is moving faster, but it doesn't seem to make sense to me that happens. So I feel like maybe something else is going on. When you're younger, right, time seems like it's slower, and then as you get older it feels like time speeds up. But it doesn't seem to make sense to me that time would actually be different for both. So the way I look at it is maybe the reason why is because when you're younger you don't have responsibilities, so you just waste your time away. Their life is short too. It's just that they're wasting it away and they're not doing as much as far as paying bills or worrying about where to get things, because things are being given to them. Now as you get older, you have to start taking care of yourself, and that ends up taking up more of your time, which means you have less time for leisure, and so it feels shorter. So yeah, life does get shorter. You don't get to do as much fun stuff as you did when you were younger. Now, as far as life being short, so in that sense, I think as you reach adulthood, you're going to have to start making decisions about what you want to do, because everything that you choose counts, and it takes away from something else. What I've found is that as time, or what I mean is the things that you do choose to do, they become who you are, and you don't get you just don't, like, whatever path you take becomes you start making decisions, and then you start realizing that you can only grab a few things. It seems like you can do more than you actually can. So basically you only end up getting to do maybe you want to do 20 things, right? You can think of 20 things that you like to do, but then you whittle it down to maybe 10, but then you only actually get like 3. You only really get to focus on like a few things, and even then it takes some degree of planning and focused effort. So basically, when you think of like life being short, it's short in the sense that you just don't have as much time to do it all. So then you have to choose. And now, as far as hopefully the part of the planning that goes into it is also making sure that what you chew, that you don't bite more than you can chew, or more than you can even digest. Because if things take different times to accomplish. So you want to make sure you do need to plan and make sure that you're not wanting to do something that would take too long to do, or that would require too much, that you can't possibly do. Like, there are some things that you can't do. For example, you can't be a surgeon that spends 10 years in schools and be a concert pianist that also requires thousands of hours of practice, and also be a world-class athlete. It would be very difficult to do all of those things at the same time, right? You could, I guess, if you just did all those 3 things, but then you wouldn't do anything else. But generally speaking, you can't do everything at the highest level at the same time, right? It would take too long. And so you kind of need to calculate that in your mind. How long will what I do take? And that will also, that could make your life seem shorter if you're spending if maybe you bit off more than you could chew, or more than you should chew. So in that case, I would say you want to pick something that is achievable within a reasonable time frame, and that's where you're going to have to, by doing it, you're going to start seeing how quickly your progress is being made. And so let that, generally speaking, and then that also brings into the other thing you need to consider is where are you now, right? Like, who are you, what are you doing now what stage in your life are you in? What situation are you in? How much time do you have to do whatever it is that you want to do? And so take that into consideration as well. If you're a young person in your 20s, you have a lot more time than someone who's in their 40s or in their 50s trying to acquire a new skill, right? So perhaps, someone who's in their 20s, they might be able to take a riskier investment, or they might be willing to spend more time to do something. But if you're older, you might not. Well, it would be wise to understand that you don't have that much time, right? So according to who you are, that's also going to affect how what you do, and that will affect how, whether, life is short. And really, but at the end of the day, for all of us, life is short in the sense that yeah, we can't do everything that we want to do. And so, but I still think that, in my mind, as I said earlier, it doesn't make sense to me to say that. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. I guess I can't really imagine that, because it feels like as you get older, time like speeds up, but like it doesn't seem to make sense to me. Like maybe I would say maybe it doesn't speed up. Maybe it's always been sped up for all of us, and it's only as you get older that you realize it. I think that's a better, that would be my, I think that's a better way. I think that's closer to what I think must be happening, just because it just makes more sense to me, right? Like it doesn't, I mean, I guess the other way that it could make sense is that maybe as you get older, your brain perhaps cannot perceive things the same way. So maybe it literally does feel like time is flying. So that could be it too. Like maybe your brain cells are not processing at the same speed, so you don't feel so things just feel like they happen quicker. That may be it too. So, but I wanted to focus on how, life is short, and the decisions we make, we need to take into account all of the things I mentioned, which is the, what you want to do, how much time do you have. And so, yeah, so just, some thoughts, and I hope this helps. So thanks everyone.